Welcome back to more Week 8 MLE action. I am Foof, and I'm joined by the one, the only, the ever amazing Kikavite. Kikavite, how you doing today, man? We got some more Week 8 AL action coming at us.
I am doing fantastically, especially because I get to watch this matchup specifically. This is the Tyrants versus the Spectre on the Orange Conference side of things in the Academy League standard matchup here. This is a bit of a lopsided affair going into this tonight. The Tyrants not looking so good on the season so far, or sorry, Tyrants looking great on the season so far at a 5-5 record with a 30-20 game record. The Spectre, meanwhile, 17-33 with a 2-8 series record. So they're the ones a little bit below. So a little bit one-sided here tonight.
Well, it's one-sided on paper, but we saw ahead. The underdogs came to play before the elite showing out. So it's up to the Spectre here to step up to the plate because the Tyrants currently sit only 2 single games above everyone else in this orange side to hold on to their spot above that mix of wildcard teams, because if they drop down into that wildcard mix, they join the 4-way tie for only 3 spots. So, Keeg, your boy's got to watch an important game tonight. The Tyrants, they are holding a lifeline out to you if the Spectre can get a couple.
Yeah, if my boys the Bulls are not watching this one, you guys have got to be just eyes on this one all day long. The Tyrants, they need this one to not drop down into that absolute slugfest that is the Volcanic Division in the Academy League standard matchup right now. But the Spectre, this getting a decent win here could propel them into a position where they could potentially make an outside run for a wild card spot. They're still not mathematically eliminated yet. So I'm sure they're going to want to keep trying to push up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, less than 0.5% still means there's a chance, Keeg, that is not fully
so
zero.
You're telling me there's a chance.
I'm telling you there's a chance for the Spectre to make a miracle run, and miracle runs start in here. It is Week 8. It is the week before divisional play, so a lot of these chips get moved into place, and then you play a lot of those familiar faces. So, Spectre, they have a chance to play a bit of spoiler here, and if they can roll off to a 4-1 or a 5-0, that is a very strong start for them.
Even a 3-2 here would be catastrophic for the Tyrants because, like you said, this is the week before divisional. They're going to want to be going into the divisional play next week with as much ability as possible, so they are going to be looking for a win here, but we are starting off with game number 1 of this series now underway, and the Tyrants are going to get off to a bit of a start here, early offense, but it will get cleared away pretty quickly by the Spectre.
Gotta say, the Tyrants rocking in that wonderful golden red. You got Ducky, GQ Smooth, and Brad McSnack Wrap. I love these long names. And then on the opposite side of the pinch, no, never mind, Smooth operating inside, but can't find the goal. The Spectre, Darth Otter Imkov, and Mr. West, 9,998. We got the number out of the way, so we don't have to do that again.
Yeah, no more numbers. It's just like X's, you know. You never pronounce the X's. You only just see that they're there, recognize, oh yeah, that guy has a terrible name, and then move on.
I feel some no love for the X names, but Darth Otter and company, no love for the ball just sitting in their half. West clearing it out, looking for something here, trying to find it off the backboard. No, Ducky there in time to deny it. Spectre, Spooky Boys trying to find something to work here. Ducky finds a touch, but the only card he's going to find is one of those pink Octanes floating at midfield. Now a chance here for the Tyrants to pass backwards. That's not something you want to see. The own goal comes out, and that's how we break the tie.
Oh, the Academy League own goal when you're just not quite fast enough up to it. You end up taking it back into your own side. Crossbar down and in. The own goal for the Spectre gives the Tyrants the early lead. And Spectre, I'm going to need you guys to do a little bit better than that for me, okay? Okay.
They might have heard you.
Oh, they might have heard me, but they're not going to be. Well, okay, never mind. It's in. Mr. West is the only one scoring goals today, apparently.
Mr. West has 100% of the goals in this game. It is 1-1. So somehow that ball finds a way into the net. And folks, 1 minute and 16 seconds in game 1, we are back tied.
Well, back off to the races here. You said it, 1-1, just under a minute gone. Or just over a minute gone, excuse me. Darth Otter is the one playing defense now, back for the Spectre. The Tyrants will have an opportunity to push this one through. Mr. West takes away that opportunity very quickly. Good control on the wall, too, to push this one all the way into the Tyrants' side. And the Tyrants barely able to get out of a sticky situation there. That's going to waterfall down. Are they going to be there? No. Sent back out by GQ Smooth again. And right now, the Spectre are looking really strong on offense, keeping it in that Tyrant zone.
Ducky and company trying to find something here. The Tyrants giving up a lot of room. It's Ducky is that lone player up. GQ getting the demo for his troubles here. The ball still on this Spectre side, but a lot of reverence given to this ball here. Cough up. He's going to drop it down. That has been dangerous. Now West goes under. They go up. They go down, and it goes in.
Well, this is one of the biggest issues with Academy League at this point, is that if you are at Academy League, the easiest way to beat the other team is to challenge every single one of their touches. If you are just faster than them, if you are there to make, 1 for 150s, maybe even 1 for 250s every once in a while, you're going to come out on top 90% of the time. And right now, the Spectre are just mastering that aspect of this Academy League gameplay, as we see here, 150, 250, pass 50, goal 50.
Keeg, I can't continue the rhyme, but I'm going to break the rhyme because the streak has been broken. Mr. West finally not part of a goal in game 1 here. That one coming off of the beautiful dish from Darth Otter and Koff, able to finish that one. It is a 2-goal lead here for the Spectre.
You disappoint me because that was nifty. All right, that was a bit of a stretch, I admit. It's going to get a little bit farther back into the Tyrant zone than they were probably comfortable with, but GQ Smooth is going to smoothly take that one out. What a pinch! The 50 pays off.
Smooth as butter. Just put it back down and let your teammate win the dunk. This game is breakneck pace, and we are 1 single second above halftime, and it is only a 1-goal deficit for the Tyrants.
I mean, all right, I guess we take that. Brad said in game chat, okay. Just like, yep, that happened. Move on with it. Now 3-2 for the Spectre just past halftime. No smooth, nice little tip.
Oh, I both saw it.
The opportunity was there. They almost had it.
Well, it's a big opportunity here for the Spectre as Mr. West does it. He walks the dog in, gets credited for the hat trick technically, but already owning it with 1 own goal. Just cuts under the ball. Just beautiful perfection there.
I'm sniffing a hashtag Play of the Week nomination. Folks, if you want to nominate a play for Play of the Week, clip it here on Twitch and either tweet it at us with hashtag POTW or in the appropriate channel in the ML Esports Discord. That's definitely deserving of a nomination right there.
Well, Brad McSnackwrap and company just kind of going up, and now the ball just kind of given a lot of free space there at midfield. 2 Tyrant players up, but not a lot of control here. Darth Otter runs back to it, picks up the boost, and hands it off to Koff. Koff throwing it to the corner, and the dump and chase just kind of happening right now. Both teams really want to throw this ball out, run after it, get boost, and then see how it plays out. GQ in a dangerous spot there. Doesn't get much of a touch, but Brad able to clear this one out.
Well, Ducky trying to push this through. Get something going, but the Tyrants have had such a hard time getting anything past the Spectre defense, as the Spectre defense has been pretty comfortable. They've been pretty comfortable just kind of absorbing pressure and getting the ball out when they find the opportunity to do so. And here they did exactly that, although stacking up in the goal are the Tyrants, and they will all chase after this one. Cleared back, though, by Mr. West. Bit of a ping-pong game here.
Back and forth, just the push and pull here as Mr. West had another opportunity. Unfortunately, that quest will go awry, so he cannot get the Mr. Chest or a goal. Koff is up, trying to find a touch here. The ball is still there. Snackwrap's awkward here. Running back is Smooth, so gets the touch, gets technically a save, and then gets a big-time clear.
Well, sending back in here are the Tyrants. They're looking to get something. They need 2 more within 42 seconds to be able to at least force an overtime. And it's going to get cleared back and away. The Spectre, they are just playing for time here, and you can see it. Mr. West not trying to really control that one, just trying to buy time for his team and keep this ball away from the Tyrants' attackers. And a good 50 there will make sure even more time is run off the clock, and these long clears are not going to do it for the Tyrants either. I'm thinking we might be looking at a Spectre game 1.
We might. About 15 seconds left here as this ball lands, but Koff and company just will not give it any room. They continue to send anything back to Cinder. The Tyrants, 10 seconds left, but not a lot of boost. Smooth, unable to get there. Otter pushing it back and just staying on top of this. So, 2-1. Game 1 goes to the Spooky Boys. The Spectre come out and do it, I'll be honest, in surprising fashion. Rarely do you give up an own goal and then rattle off so many back-to-back.
I mean, Mr. West with the hat trick in his in the opponent's net And then with one more credited to him for the own goal on his own side, which was a fantastic redirect, might I add. Just calculated, right? You got to give the Tyrants something to work with, right? Got to give him some hope, after all. But no, the Spectre played fantastically this game. They really had that defensive side locked down. They weren't giving the Tyrants any amount of room. Anytime they did, they had multiple players back in goal ready to defend against any shot.
I gotta ask, Keeg, is like, I think it's always a confidence thing, and you talk about people heating up. Is that what you just need to do? Sometimes just put the accurate shot on your own goal and be like, all right, I'm on now. Now we can score 4 straight. They won't score on us anymore.
Absolutely. You know, you've got to get those warm-up shots in, and the easiest way to score a warm-up shot is on your own net. I mean, it just makes sense, man.
Gigabrain, dude. I can literally see the numbers, Mason. I know what they mean, and right now it means a 1-0 lead for the Spectre. The Tyrants, they're going to have to step it back up because, I'll be honest, there are 2 teams directly underneath them that are licking their chops anytime it goes against them. So Tyrants have to answer here as Ducky gets beat by Darth Otter. Koff and company running there, getting a little tight as they're not able to space out properly. So an offensive possession could go away here, but now the miss coming through. The Spectres trying to find something quick.
So a little bit of insider information here because I'm a Bull and competing directly against the Tyrants. No favoritism, by the way. The Tyrants are 30-20 so far on the season in Standard. The Bulls are 28-22. The Bulls won their match this week 3-2, so they will go up to 31-24. That is not a good start for the Tyrants. That's a good start for this game for the Tyrants, but that loss in game 1 is not a good start for them. They need to pick it up if they want to stay in that top spot in the Volcanic Division.
As soon as you mentioned the word Bulls, a light switch flipped on, and the Tyrants scored immediately. So now they need to find a way to extend this lead and control the pace of this game. Mr. Webb and Otter there on the side wall. Dangerous place to be, but it ends up working out for now. It's just a ton of 50s, just a carousel at midfield. The ball finally going one way. Brad McSnackwrap gets demoed. Koff puts it in, and the and one for the road.
Yo, Darth Otter, this is fantastic game sense. It's just being able to know that a demo is all it's going to take to put that one in. Koff dribbles it through, recognizes the demo's coming through. Bada boom, bada bing. It's a 1-1 game with just under a minute elapsed. And these 2 teams have been going back and forth in the early game quite a lot, especially if that first game has anything to say about it. But it's looking like the Spectre might be heating up a little bit quicker in the mid to late game.
Well, this is exactly how we started last game. It just wasn't an own goal this time. It was 2 teams striking back and forth, and now the Spectre going to give up another one is falling in front of his goal. Ducky able to read that touch, and the Spectre up 1.
I actually thought Koff might have had this one. It looked like he was going to be able to tip that one out, but Ducky just kind of read that. I don't know if he read that or if he was just diving in, putting his car somewhere to put that ball in the net. But one way or another, the Tyrants now have the lead again after losing one to the Spectre. But now it's going to get placed back in the Spectre side again, and the Tyrants' offense looking much more threatening this game.
Well, they've gotten some demo plays, they've gotten some possession, and have been a little bit more ruly in front of the ball. So good stuff from them so far. Darth Otter up as that 3rd man back. Very aggressive, but very confident. I love to see it here. Brad throwing it down, trying to find anything, but he just puts it down and hands off the possession. So, ball is traded here, but Koff over Azealis there, and now Darth Otter does the same. Probably wasn't expecting to get that ball there. The Finnick a little bit too far ahead. So a clear attempt coming through. Mr. West had an opportunity, but it caught the wrong side of that car. Spectre now on the back end. You have to get up for this as Ducky tries to go post and in, but it goes post and out. Brad can't find it. Smooth throws it off the backboard. 3rd time, maybe the charm. No, it just continues to go wide.
Well, that's just unfortunate. There's the Tyrants not able to get that ball on target. Just the inaccuracy really costing them here. Although Brad is trying to bury that one through himself. Koff is able to get the touch. What a touch by Darth Otter. That's a great pass. Ducky wasn't ready for it. Back angle. Mr. West from the backboard.
Who else but Mr. West to start it off again for the Spectre, up in time, reading this beautifully, and then twists that Finnick in the air to find the angle and put it on that roof of Ducky. An impossible save. So ball finds its way in, and once again, folks, it is 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, and these teams are almost deadlocked evenly, but this time it is a tie. Spectre trying to break it quickly there, but Brad ready and waiting in the goal.
Even gets one there, although they have a player upfield. Mr. West back to center. None of his teammates are there, though, to try and make a touch on that one. Probably for the best, as we see that the Tyrants were fully ready to defend against that, but a double commit by the Tyrants might lead to an opportunity for the Spectre here, but Darth Otter on 0 boost. A shot by Ducky, but it's wide again.
Did you see he tried to go for that 12 pad and jumped over it, King? Oh, the pain. I have done that too many times. Smooth beats everyone. The goal is wide open. He just has to find it in that golden red. Octane finding the golden goal to put them up.
Well, GQ Smooth just smoothly dribbling it by everybody. Koff trying furiously to get back, but that's just a matter of the Spectre not having enough boost where it mattered. The boost management, a bit of a problem for them, it seems, this game. Although they might get a kickoff goal here. Ducky is able to get back in time, though, but that will definitely give the Spectre the opportunity off this kickoff, but both team members for them back. No one able to come up and make that play.
Yeah, a lot of space given there and making it a solo play, 1v2. That's really hard to do as an offensive player. GQ Smooth is up and 50s it for now, getting it off of the car of Koff. Ducky clearing it out once again, trying to control the pace of this game, control where the ball is, and give his team time to rotate around it. I like the passer. He's looking for a midfield play. That is a wide open net, but Brad McSnackcraft a little bit too excited there, throws it high, and it goes off the post.
Darth Otter tried to go for that one, but he ended up losing control of it. Mkoff, good touch out to middle. No one's going to be there from the Tyrants. Well, Brad will be. But it's going to end up being, once again, just kind of a slow roller across the midfield line. Now, with a minute remaining, the Spectre find themselves down a little bit, although not nearly as much as I'd say they probably should have been.
Well, it was a 2-goal deficit for the Tyrants last time, so they're trying to overcome it in goal differential right now if they can find one more. But a 1-goal lead can disappear at almost any time, especially when these offenses pass like they do and they strike like they do, especially when Darth Otter's cheating up like that. But GQ Smooth intercepting that ball perfectly, standing in line and making that save.
Although the Tyrants not playing this out correctly, they need to just run the clock down. They are throwing the ball back to the Spectre. They cannot afford the Spectre getting too good of an opportunity. GQ Smooth able to get a hold of that one before anyone on the Spectre. Now 13 seconds remaining. Spectre gonna have one more opportunity. Never mind. It's gonna go the way of the Tyrants for game number 2, with Ducky interfering with the slow burn that the Spectre were trying to start.
They just sat there and killed the clock, King. Just ran it down, ran it down, ran it down, then got to the goal line and said, oh, wait, we can score again before this one's over and get the insurance, and that's exactly what they do. They extend it to 2. They reset the goal differential, and so now, barring anything crazy, Keeg, we're going to go into Game 3 deadlocked at 1-1, and both teams at 6 goals.
Yeah, Tyrants come back with a vengeance, although that was a lot closer than I think anyone really thought it would be. This match so far is turning out to be a little bit of a banger, as no one was expecting the Spectre to come out here and put this much pressure on the Tyrants, because the Tyrants, once again, we've already talked about it, 30-20 on the season, 13-22 on the other side of the pitch. And you know, I like what I'm seeing Spectre do, at least in the early going of this series. They were definitely looking strong on defense. In the second game, though, they kind of looked like they fell off on that.
Well, they just could not finish it in the end. They were able to answer back on that early goal and then able to tie it up right before halftime. Just as soon as the Tyrants got their 3rd goal, that seems to be that peak where they want to try and keep it away from. So I think the real key here is for both of these teams to not allow 3 goals. If you get that 3rd goal up, that becomes a little bit harder of a mountain to climb, because I think both these teams can put a pair in the 5-minute period. So it's going to be who can control the pace of the game, who can try and find that midfield trap key. That'll be important.
And so far from what I've seen, I feel as though either one of these teams could complete that midfield trap at any time. It's just who's going to execute better. We saw that the Tyrants that game, they were definitely not on target as much as they needed to be. Even though they ended up coming out with the win, their accuracy definitely left something to be desired. On the side of the Spectre, they just couldn't control the ball like they wanted to, but we saw them dominate in the first game. So both these teams have the capability to pop off at different times. They just need to find the will and the strength to do it consistently.
See, I feel like you talk about the push and pulls of just confidence and word has just lost me. Momentum. There it is.
There you
talk
go.
about it in the idea of a game, you know, offensive possessions, big time saves, but just the momentum of a series now. Resets after this. Game 3 will tail this tale as both teams now just resetting here. 0-0, 30 seconds off the clock. An opportunity coming from both sides, but no goals on the chance here. Koff doesn't want to commit. I don't know if there was a boost issue there, but sat right outside of the box and does not want to force the issue.
Well, Mr. West will attempt to keep the offense going for the Spectre, but it will eventually be cleared inevitably by the Tyrants. Oh, a little bit of a team bump that left them vulnerable. And one member of the Tyrants jumped on it. That's another one jumping on it. Mr. West gonna take the shot. Is Brad there? Nobody's there. Mr. West with another nice goal.
The 300 IQ slow down play. Let's bump ourselves to set up the pace of this play so that way I can catch him over that one and behind this guy and in front of the last goaltender. It's just genius.
Well, Mr. West, the goal scorer, even in his own net. Oh, Emkoff, that's close to on target. Tyrants are going to have to play it slow to prevent anything dangerous. It gets played off into their side. Ducky is going to go back for this one. Mr. West spawns in the backfield. Oh, GQ Smooth almost able to get the double, but Ducky is there for the cleanup.
Hey, sometimes the best shots are actually passes, and that's what GQ Smooth ends up doing there. Can't find the double, but gets out of the way, and that ball ricochets out. Ducky is up in time, pressuring it, and Key. Once again, a team opens up with a goal, and it's immediately responded.
This game is starting to turn into one of those matches that you love to watch, and that turns into one of those potential all-time MLE greats. We're not at the point yet, but so far, this is looking really, really close and really, really tense. Both these teams want it, and oh my god, GQ Smooth not able to put it on target. The Tyrants still cursed with the accuracy issues.
Sent that one to about the 40th row if there wasn't a crossbar there. Now Ducky turns on it beautifully. A dunk coming from GQ Smooth. The Tyrants back up by 1.
Well, that's exactly what they needed here. The Tyrants not playing well from behind so far this series, going down a couple whenever they do. So now, the Spectre are kind of at a crossroads. We know that they can pop off. However, the Tyrants do seem to be coming into their own. How are the Spectre going to react to this?
It needs to be an answer in some way. Either they need to step up and look for pressure, they need to make 50s. They don't need to give up another goal here as Ducky gets bumped. But GQ Smooth overruns it, goes for the bump here on Koff. That is a beautiful team play, all 3 players involved. And now, once again, the Tyrants back up by 2.
And GQ Smooth with the fake goes for the bump. Brad McSnackrap is there. 1-2-1. And you have yourself a goal if you're the Tyrants. Now 3-1 for them with 3 minutes remaining. So plenty of time for the Spectre, but that reaction, that adjustment in their gameplay has to come right now.
It's going to happen fast, like you said, as now Brad throws it out mid, just trying to control the pace here. Actually is able to come back to it because there was no Spectre player almost in the zone. Koff flipping off to the wrong side, and now a double commit coming from the Spectre. So now a triple commit. Anything you can do, Spectre, we can one-up you. So all 3 cars going towards that one, but it won't be punished for now. Smooth going off the sidewall, but it hits the ceiling, ends up cursing him there, but Ducky beats 2 here because of the double commit. He's got Brad waiting in the wing. The soft touch here, it's going to bounce back down, and I think Smooth threw the goalkeeper out.
It almost looks like the Spectre are now trying to play a little bit too passive and then get really antsy when the ball goes back into their zone. In Game 1, they were so good at keeping their defense strong, even when they were being pressured by the Tyrants. But now, they're just letting the ball go at the midfield, and then when it gets back into their defensive side, they're getting really antsy and double committing on things. And that is not the way to win games of Rocket League.
This is the Tyrants that were listed on the docket. This is the number 7 team in all of AL. This is what they are supposed to do. This is what they have been doing all season, and that's what they look to do continuing into this divisional play next week and look to finish here. The Spectre came out and stunned them Game 1, but now the Spectre themselves are reeling. 4 goals given up in back-to-back showings, and there are still 2 minutes on the clock.
Mr. West back to center. Darth Otter, this could be a good start for the scoring if you're the Spectre. 1, 2, 3, it's all blocked. The Tyrants build the wall.
There is a brick wall in the net, and it does not have a singular name. There is a plaque with Ducky. Brad McSnack Wrap just plastered on it. 2 big-time saves. The third technically not credited there. So they continue to hold a 3-goal advantage here, Keeg. Brad backflipping and dangerous. You don't want to give West an opportunity, but he can't find the touch. Koff unable to get there as well. So now Darth Otter has to run home. Dunked in front of his net, but that gives West time to get back the Spectre. They are running on fumes. They've thrown everything at the kitchen sink and only a singular goal to show for it.
Darth Otter will lob one back in, but it gets cleared away by Ducky easily. They're going to have to find some more direct passes. The backboard, these passes are being sniffed out by the Tyrants with ruthless efficiency. There is no regard for any sort of mercy when that ball is on the back wall. So they're going to have to find each other directly, as we've started to see the Tyrants do over the course of this series.
They also need to start stepping up their accuracy a little bit. 7 shots to the 3 saves. So that still leaves 3 goals on the board here for the Spectre as Koff ends up putting it wide left. Darth Otter putting it off to the left and back down, but Mr. West has the mop out. Janitor able to clean that one up.
It's still unlikely that the Spectre are going to be able to come back and win this one, but, I mean, there's a chance. But no matter how you look at it, this goal is going to be good for them. It's going to give them some confidence going into Game 4, which is going to be crucial for them, as they will be down on match point here after this match, assuming they don't come back and win it. But they most likely will be down on match point.
Usually my go-to key is I want to see a goal scored before that 20-second mark, and it just passed right there. So the task gets even harder here for the Spectre, and Ducky and company are just continuing to just squeeze the life out of anything that comes out. Brad, a very aggressive push there, so if they get it clear, they have an opportunity, but Ducky realizes he had to go back and does. Spectre letting this ball go. The team bump, not what you want to see. Koff throws it up, trying to find that insurance, that feels good goal at the end. Darth Otter denied, and denied are the Spectre in game number 3.
Well, we saw 4-2 Spectre, 4-2 Tyrants, and then 4-2 Tyrants. Do you think, what do you think is the goal line on the next one's going to be? I mean, I'm completely stumped, man.
Listen, you can't peer behind the code like that. You can't expose the script, Keeg. We have another another game to go through, right? Another pair of games.
Yeah, we have 2 more games to go through. That does put the Tyrants on series point, however. As a reminder to anyone new to MLE, though, we do play all 5 games out, so no matter what, we will be seeing a Game 5. But the Tyrants, they need to close this out here. Otherwise, if the Spectre come back and take this one, I'm not sure if they're going to have the momentum to come back and kind of swing it back just by sheer force of will in Game 5. So this is all on the Tyrants to try and seal the deal, because if the Spectre are able to run away with this one here, I'm not sure if the Tyrants are going to come back for Game 5.
See, Keeg, I think we're realizing, I think we've missed something that is missing from the Spectres. They're trying to find one early here. They're missing the own goal that sparked this all, so maybe that's what they need to do. Just get it back, let Mr. West bang it on his own and get heated back up. But no, they need to find something in fast, because Brad and company do not want to give them any room. G-Smooth doing the same thing. There is a orange car ready and making a contest anytime that ball goes up.
This is more looking like Game 1 Spectre already, just 30 seconds in, and the changes in their play style are very apparent. They are challenging every single touch. That one's challenged. Now look, Mr. West up the field. That one's challenged too. And Koff is there to challenge Brad. Every single touch is challenged by the Spectre, and they're getting so much pressure as a result.
Both teams are now leaning forward, walking on this very tightrope-esque play style. A lot of cars flying around one singular ball. A single mistake can be punished big here. A very good pinch coming out, able to give his team time. Koff given a lot of room, but plays off, trusts West to go for it. 50'd once again. Ducky beats that last man back, so West has to get up for this and makes an amazing save in front of his net, but the Tyrants still on the attack. A lot of cars floating around this purple side. Smooth 50s it, keeps it up. He's got Ducky here. Ducky off the backboard looking for that pass. Smooth beat this time.
Ducky not able to get anything going on it. GQ Smooth, no good touch there either. That's going to leave the opportunity for Koff. No, he just gets clean beat. And Ducky, what happened to the Spectre defense?
West cheated up. That's what it was. He got cheated up. Did not know where his second teammate was in front of him. Either lost it in transition of cameras or just did not see him in a blind spot, but pulls up just a little bit too far. They had a third man back, technically, but not back far enough.
Well, I'll say this much. If the pattern holds, the first goal to score so far this series has not been the winner of the game. So, I mean, if this holds, the Spectre come back and win, but I'm not so sure. The Tyrants, I mean, after demoralizing the Spectre in such a manner and twice, they might just have all of the momentum to themselves.
Otter goes over it, Koff goes over it, there's no one back, and Giga, I hate to call back to myself so soon, but as soon as one person falls off the tightrope, it gets a little bit higher up, so it's even trippier, and so you have two people fall, and all of a sudden it's just another goal, and so now the Tyrants up by 2, trying to be up by 3 here off of the kickoff. Otter, though, able to clear this one out. Mr. West and company are pressing very hard, but they're pressing a little bit too fast right now.
And Mr. West now trying to gain control of this one on the backboard. Not a great touch, as Ducky is going to try and commit for that one, and he'll go for the back pass to try and keep his team some control over it. But GQ Smooth just keeps the ball moving, keeps it out of the hands of the Spectre, but that's a money shot from Mr. West, and the Spectre get the goal scoring going just before halftime.
I think the quote is test. Mr. West is in the building. Yes, he is coming in a little bit late here, but it is exactly what the Spectre need right before halftime to cut this lead in half and give themselves a shot in this game 4.
Well, the Tyrants tried to get a little bit too cute on that one as they were passing it back and forth between each other. Good dunk there by Darth Otter to keep it dangerous, and Koff is going to have another good touch. Was looking for a third one as well. But Brad is going to remove Darth Otter from the equation, and that'll be an excellent clear from the Tyrants to kind of keep it out of danger, but it does get sent back in. No touch from Mr. West. Darth Otter now there to try and recover. And the Spectre need to keep this one on the other side. It will get returned back onto theirs, but luckily they have 2 back and ready to defend.
They had enough in time here, but they need to find a goal here, Keeg. It is important to find it, and there it is. Koff getting the angle above 2 and dropping it in.
Well, you heard that, folks. Foof, he cursed, he blessed, but most importantly, he casts.
I think I just call it as I see it, and it was a beautiful play coming to fruition in the end. The Spectre have once again come down from multiple goals and tied it up. Now, Key, do you see there are a pair of goals on the scoreboard right now for each team?
Yes, I do.
My numbers that I said was I don't want to see one of these teams give up 3 goals. I think whoever gives up the 3rd goal here is going to end up losing this match, and it just continues.
Well, you're definitely right about that, at least so far. Oh, that's a good block from Koff. Does Mr. West have this back angle again? No, it gets interrupted by Ducky. Ducky has been one of the best players on this Tyrant team at interrupting the opposing team's playmaking. And, oh, Mr. West on a breakaway. He might get it over Brad. No, he's not able to put it on target, but he will get it back to center.
What a pass!
He gets it out of his way, though, and unfortunately, Mr. West tried to get a little bit too cute, and it gets sent back the other way.
Well, the thing is, we don't know if it was West making the mistake or it was just too aggressive of a push from a teammate. Just there was a miscommunication, a breakdown in the end. I love the pass, and I love that he snuck it through. Those angles that you can find might not be the most intentional ones, but they work in the end. Brad overcommits. Now, Mr. West can't turn on it fast enough. Brad, the wherewithal, looking like an outfielder there, realizing he missed position, but still underneath that ball. Darth Otter, a lot of room here, given the open net shot, but it is just off to the right. That goal would have been huge for the Spectre.
Yeah, but now we're down to 30 seconds. Golden goal territory. Now Koff having to rush back. Brad has an open opportunity. He's going to go for the dish.
Ducky.
No, pass to Ducky, and Ducky will score with 23 seconds remaining.
Chips down. Game on the line. The Tyrants come through when it matters most. This is why they are the 7th best team in all of AL, and I hate to say it, Keeg, this is why they're holding on to that Volcanic Division lead right now. They come through in the clutch, but they give up an easy chance here, but a team bump stops it. Oh.
Koff with one more opportunity to Darth Otter. It'll get taken away by Brad. 10 seconds. Mr. West on the backboard, tips it back out. It's in the middle. Koff gets control. Taken away by Ducky. All it has to do is hit the ground, and it will! The Tyrants! They will take Game 4 and the series as well. But it is still on the Spectre to try and play a little bit of a spoiler. To try and take off that Game 5 to prevent the Tyrants from gaining any more of a lead in the Volcanic Division.
Keeg, we broke the trend. It was only 3-2 this time.
It was only 3!
In Game 4, we could only score 3, folks. It's just how MLE math works, apparently. But
obviously,
Tyrants do it. Able to take the series. Now they want to close it out and make it a very, very convincing 4-1. The Spectre have come and they have put out a fight. Mr. West has put on a shooting gallery of sorts here for the Spooky Boys. They need to continue that play. They need to continue to find their teammates. I want to see Darth Otter step it up a little bit. I want to see Mr. Koff continue to get those passes that he's been doing and find more shots. If they do that, they go back to that Game 1 play style. I think they have a very good chance.
They do indeed. However, they're going to need to kind of find that inner motivation. Now that the series is technically lost, it gets hard for a lot of teams to try and come back and play something decent off of that. But you know what? If you're the Spectre, at this point, if it's me and I'm already down in the series, I just say, let's go for broke. Let's pull out all the stops. Try the most ridiculous crap you can possibly think of to try and get goals in the net, and hopefully the Spectre do exactly that.
Full send, and that's what you hope to see from the Spectre. And sometimes, Key, the opposite effect happens. When you get out of a series, you play a lot more relaxed, and the team that wins the series might sit back as well, so you have an opportunity. Now, GQ Smooth puts a prodding shot on for now. Early opportunity, only 15 seconds in. Ducky looking for a self-pass here. Got it. Got a teammate of Smooth, though, too far. And Ducky clearing it backwards. It's an interesting strategy. Let's see how that one pays out.
Well, Ducky will prevent that one from going all the way into the defensive third. Mr. West will send that one sky high. Was looking for Darth Otter, I believe, or Darth Otter was looking for bumps or something of that nature. But now the Spectre looks like they're kind of trying to take their time and set something up. And the Tyrants aren't letting them have anything. Never mind. I'm completely wrong. Koff is going to lead off the goal scoring.
Darth Otter answers the call. I asked for the pass. He dishes it off the backboard, beats Brad, and there is Koff waiting at midfield as the gates part. The Tyrants net is finally open, and they score 47 seconds in.
Dropping down for GK. What? That's an own goal. I mean,
no question.
Mr. West gets the own goal. Mr. West causes the own goal. All of the own goals surround Mr. West.
Can Mr. West pass his Mr. Test to succeed on his Mr. Quest? That is my most important question here, Keek. And right now they are
But is he Mr. Best?
He has to do his Mr. Best. So it is important here for Mr. West and company to step up. You need to step and make this play. Tyrants down a pair of goals. Mr. West trying to find a pass here. Darth Otter putting it there. It's going to bounce out. He's actually got West in this side, and the slow play almost comes to fruition. Brad, though, able to eat that one up and deny another goal.
Mr. West is popping off for the Spectre here, but a little bit too little, a little bit too late. Hopefully they are able to pull out this last game, though. To try and play spoiler, Koff will take it over the top of everybody. Mr. West gets credit for the assist, and a couple team dunks later, and you have another Spectre goal.
The fashionably late Spectre coming in and putting on a show in Game 5. Better late than never, Keek. So, continuing to run here, the momentum firmly on their side. The Tyrants punched in the mouth, and 3 goals have been given up. I want to see if they can overcome this. Wait.
Well, GK Smooth, he's going to try and set up a pass for a teammate. And, you know, in this Game 5, the Tyrants' passes have been kind of not great, to be completely honest. They haven't really been connecting with each other. The Spectre, however, have been connecting brilliantly. 2 of their 3 goals have been assisted. The other one was just a brilliant solo play. So the Spectre now popping off in Game 5, but just a little bit too late to win this series. But they are looking to take this one to a 2-3.
Oh, but West had an opportunity there. The near post goes away, and now Ducky, the demo on his teammate, the bump on Mr. West, but he does not have the boost to play on. And the pinch attempt, we'll call it there, duds off instead. Darth Otter clearing it for now, but that is a double commit on the Spectre side. West does not get a favorable touch. Ducky looking for it again. I thought Smooth maybe wanted the redirect, but now a big dunk back towards the Tyrant's side. Smooth able to put it in the corner and try and give his team time to run back.
That was almost a triple commit by the Tyrants there. That's going to allow Mr. West to make a touch at the midfield. Darth Otter having to be in the right position at the right time for that one, as GQ Smooth attempted to get a quick, unexpected shot on goal there.
Darth Otter has control at midfield, but not for long. He's going to hand off to West. West pass one, trying to get a pass two. Ducky, though, very good read on that play, able to push it out to the right there. I love this idea of keeping away from your opponents, but the Feels backflip coming out. Brad hands it off to Smooth instead. So now sitting back at far post, he's got Ducky in front of him. Waits patiently, puts it over one West, that last bastion of defense for the Spectre, and they continue just to control this game and hold on to this 3-goal advantage.
Mr. Koff was looking to try and get a hook shot there, but a little bit too slow in the attempt. Now Ducky trying to keep control of the ball, but unfortunately it'll just get forfeited over to Mkoff. Mkoff to mid, Darth Otter for the shot. He's gonna miss it though, as Ducky faked him out. But the Spectre still pressuring here. Mr. West will get it back to center off the dunk. But Mkoff once again not on target with the shot.
Spectre looking for something there. Otter prodding shot towards the net. But right now, the Spectre, I think they'd be resigned just to hold on to this. They are up 3. They have control. And now a ball bouncing back as Otter throws it high. He's got a teammate up, but Mr. West can't find it. Playing up is aggressive. I love the push from Koff. They're up 3 key, but they want a 4th to put this more on.
Yeah, that's pretty much going to be the dagger right there, as the Tyrants, less than a minute left, 4 goals down. That is such a rare sight to see in Rocket League in any competitive sense that it might as well be a complete null factor. So most likely it'll be the Spectre taking Game 5 and pushing the Tyrants to a 3-2 win in the series, hoping to get a little bit of a... hoping to increase their lead over the Bulls a little bit, but it's looking like it won't be the case. But you never know, is the Tyrants get a quick goal?
There are 50 ticks on the clock and only 3 goals. If they score another one here before that, I'd say 35-second mark, it is very, very doable. So we need a strong kickoff here from the Tyrants. It starts there, and Smooth has it. So now I want to see if he can run up and find the pass. You have Brad there looking for it, but overzealous instead. But Ducky still has it there. Up is GQ Smooth. The ball still here. Ducky has to win a 50 and doesn't. Spectre push it back out, and now they get to play this kill the clock and look to kill the Tyrants here. Brad waits for it on his back wall, can't find the touch. Mr. West going to put the exclamation mark once again. We're going to win by 4.
Mr. West, the very best, like no one ever was. Dun, 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 dun.
He's doing his Mr. Best, man. But a great job there.
To score them is my real test. To own goal is my cause.
It must be, dude. Starting it off in Game 1 and able to bring his team back from the brink truly in Game 5. It takes a lot of wherewithal, and Brad and company, they bent. They made a couple of good plays in the middle of this series, able to take it for themselves, but they're not going to get the 4-1. The Tyrants unable to extend their lead, and now they are still in that hot seat of the Volcanic Division lead, because if you drop from that lead, you now get put into the mosh pit that is known as the orange wildcard spot. The Spectre take this one, take a 3-2 instead of falling to a 4-1, so very well played to them.
Well, that Volcanic Division on the Academy League side of things, people need to start watching that one, because that is such a competitive division this season. I mean, what? You have the Tyrants now, they're going to go up to a 33-22 record. The Bulls at a 31-24 record, only 2 games back. Then you have the Elite. They're not far off as well. A bit farther back, we have the Dodgers, but they're still in the hunt. And this is just going into divisional play week. So the Tyrants, they're not going to be able to gain any more on that. So this is looking to be a very tense division, and I'm not going to get much sleep this week.
You say division, I'm worried about more the conference. There are 4 teams currently. You guys, as one of them, tied.
28-22.
Yep. 28 and 22 for the last 3 spots, folks. The last 3 wildcard spots, there are 4 teams tied for it currently before this gets updated. So, Keeg, we have a rerun here. The Tyrants and the Spectre are going to be bringing it back, but it's not their AL teams. It's going to be stepping up in play and speed towards their CL teams. So, we'll be taking a short break, and we'll be right back with that action in a bit.